Hello, everybody. On today's episode, we are keeping it light and fun with an icebreaker type question or two, or three or four, who knows. Anyway, no deep topics, no heavy discussions, just an opportunity to learn a little bit more about each other. Because even when you think you know someone inside and out, there's always something new to discover. I'm Tara.
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Leslie.
And this is Unfiltered Perspectives, where real talk leads to real growth and every perspective is valued.
This should be fun and interesting, Tara and Kimberly. I think, Kim, you have some questions for us, our first icebreaker question. So, ladies, let's get into it.
Yes. Okay. So it is December. We're deep into it. It's holiday time. Everybody's busy. Everybody's running around. So I have a couple questions around our energy levels and how we keep them up. So, what is a thing that brings you energy and joy?
It's interesting that you should ask that question today specifically because I have zero energy today. I have no idea what's going on. Actually, I do. I have two four-legged animals that are keeping me. I'm telling you, they are like babies. They are really like babies and they're keeping me up. So I don't have any energy. I might need to take an energy drink or something. But typically, what brings me joy is spending time with my grandchildren who are not in the state. So we don't have that to do quite yet, but it's coming. It's coming for the holiday season. So I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic.
Are you spending Christmas with them?
I am spending a few days around Christmas with them. So I'm super, super excited. You better have energy when you're with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old.
You sure?
And lots of it. Lots of it. So yeah. What about you guys? Hear my four-legged animals in the background. So listeners, I apologize for that. I can't keep them quiet.
No worries. You know, I never really think too much about my energy level. I know that one of the things that brings me joy, as I've said before, is spending time with family. But I'm going to go a different way this time. I very much also enjoy doing crafts and making things, being creative. And I find that I can get lost in that. No matter like if I start out the day tired or like dragging, once I get embroiled in a project, it just I lose myself and that's that. But I don't know if that necessarily speaks to my energy level, but it does speak to my focus, my focus.
So, what gives you ideas for your crafts?
A lot of times it is something that I want or don't have. So a couple of months ago, I wanted a pair of earrings and a particular kind of earring to match something. And I didn't have what I was looking for because I don't really have that much jewelry. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make myself some. And so that's what I did. And after having done that, and it was my first time using clay to do anything. And after I did that and I enjoyed it so much, it sparked a business idea for me. And I have an Etsy shop now where I sell jewelry and things that I make. Well, mostly earrings. So yeah.
Awesome. Love that.
Does your Etsy shop have a name?
It does. It's called Blessings for Growth with the number 4 in there. And basically, it is a site where I have the earrings that I make. I have some other clay knickknacks that I make, my clay fortune cookies that come with a scripture. I have my Faith Sprouts kit, which is just like it opens up like a Bible, like a book, and it has dirt that I call good soil. It has flower seeds. It has ceramic clay pots and things and it comes with scriptures that you can you plant the seeds and you plant the scripture and watch your plants grow as your faith grows kind of thing.
I love
And,
that.
you. And I also have a bunch of journals and things that I've created. And I also put my son Matthew's book for sale on there as well. He gave me permission to do that.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, I have your ceramic fortune cookie with the scripture that I absolutely love, by the way.
Thank you.
So if you guys go on Etsy, you will love that. I can tell you that personally. I do love it.
Thank you.
And I also, I think, have one of your journals as well. I saw it because I believe I gifted it to someone.
You did. You gifted it to someone, but you also have journals.
I do have journals. They are not on Etsy. Maybe that's something I need to work on. but I do have journals. And that brought me some joy working on those this year. That's something that I accomplished this year with Tara's help. I have a mommy and me journal, my son and me journal, and have a married couples journal. And then I have a scripture and notes notebook that I did this year. So yes, and I'm going to complete the mental health journal at some point. So you have journals as well. I need to get onto this Etsy thing.
So how can people find your journals?
So you can email me at lmpinkney, PINCKNEY, lmpinkney@ymail.com for information about any one of those journals.
And we'll put those links on the Facebook page so that you can get to them. I found this question. It was a generated question, so I didn't come up with it myself. And I wondered now at the pairing of energy and joy, if the things that bring one energy are necessarily the things that bring one joy, and vice versa. I mean, I think it probably is. It probably is true for me because my energy joy thing, I'm like oh my goodness. I'm gonna say that I am such a church nerd, because the thing that brings me both energy and joy is being in church on Sunday morning. It is always a long day. Yesterday, I was at it from like 9 a.m. until 8:30 at night, and it involved going to another meeting and coming back. But so there's like before church, and then there's the service, and then there's a couple meetings afterwards. But somebody asked me at some point during the day, we're like in the kitchen doing something, and I'm just like, anytime you ask me that question when I'm here on Sunday morning, how am I? I'm going to be great, because the energy of being around other people and the energy of what it is that we're doing here, I'm like full. I'm full of energy. It is my happy place. I think I said to her, this is my happy place. I know a lot of ministers take Monday off because they need to recover, or they take like what people call like the preacher's nap. Not me. I need to work on Monday, first thing Monday morning, because there's so many things and ideas and follow-up generated on Sunday that I need to get to it right away. That Sunday energy carries me into Monday. And this is true of me now as a minister, but it was also true before I was a minister. It was one of the reasons why I started to think, oh, maybe I need to actually do this as what my life's work is, because even before I was a minister, as a regular member, Sunday morning, like I would like stretch it into Sunday afternoon. If there was something that I could be doing at church on Sunday afternoon, it is the thing that brings me energy and joy.
Wow. And I can just see and feel that coming off of you right now, even as you speak about it.
I'm like sitting here in my office right now, and I'm surrounded by the thing that we did in service. I need to capture it and make a memory of it. Like I'm surrounded by the things, but yeah. And so one of the things about it is a few years ago, I did the Myers-Briggs test where they judge like if you're an introvert or an extrovert, if you are, I don't remember the middle two. It's like if you're a thinker or a feeler, if you're intuitive or a reasoner, if you're like judgy or whatever I don't even know what the other thing is, because I was like very seriously a judgy person. But wow, you made a face like, yeah, I could have guessed that. I think they mean judgmental in that I'm like very like scheduley judge. I don't know, maybe they mean the other way. But I was surprised to learn when I took the test that I am an extrovert, because I also am very shy. And so I just had been thinking shy, introvert. Absolutely not true. Once I thought about it, I get so much energy from being around other people. It's really hard to get me out of the house to be around other people. I think I like to describe it as like I'm never gonna leave. It's really hard to get me to leave to go out to anything. But once I'm out, I'm the last person to go home. Yep.
I get this.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
at a church meeting on Saturday. Our worship team was meeting, and so we were meeting at somebody's house. And the meeting was supposed to be over at noon, but something came up, and so we're like, "Oh, can we take another 15 minutes?" And now it's 12:30, and the person whose house it is has gotten up and started like packing stuff away. And I even said out loud, okay, so clearly we're missing the clue because that is like when the host starts to pack up, that's our cue to leave. And everybody kind of ha about it. And she even said yes. We still stayed for like another 15 or 20 minutes until she finally said, so I really do have to
Wow,
get on with my day.
that's kind of a shame.
It really is. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Maybe we should cut that out, but we probably won't.
I won't.
All of that just to say I am really the last to leave.
Well, I am very much the opposite. I am very much introverted, an introvert. I don't really like to be around a lot of people. I just don't. There used to be a time I say I don't like people. I don't really say that anymore because I make an effort to, I make an effort to, for that not to be the case. I'm fine one-on-one with somebody, but to be in a crowd of people or in a group setting and have to, okay, I feel like it's performing. And I say performing because my natural is to keep to myself. So when we talked about the things that bring me joy, I mentioned my crafts. That's typically a solo activity. I'll do it with John or Matthew, who are just my other parts of me. Reading my books, that's a solo activity. I have book clubs that I do and book clubs that that I host. But again, those are online. They're not necessarily in person. So the things that bring me joy that I'm most comfortable with and that I have fun doing are very much like me, myself kind of things.
I'm watching your body language. Your body language is hugging yourself.
That's funny. Yeah. Kim, it's interesting because I didn't think about it when you talked about, in church or whatever. That too brings me joy. And because I'm a worshiper, so that gives me energy and brings me joy too, just to be in that space, in that place of worship on Sunday mornings. Because I was trying to think, can you get both? I mean, there are things that you can do where you get that energy and that joy, but I didn't really think about it until you made your point. But that is a time place where I do get both. Which I probably need to do right now.
Yeah,
Well,
you feel it.
Yeah. I mean, how are you? So I'm curious about this, like other people versus introvert, extrovert. Do you feel like it's a part of it is that it's the other people that you're with, or is it the act of worshiping and that you could do that also with a group of 5 people and be
It's
solid?
the act of worship. It's really the atmosphere for me. This atmosphere for me. Absolutely. Because I can do that here in the, yeah, absolutely. But I'm in a great place. My church is a great place. It's warm, it's welcoming, and I just love being in that space too. So,
Well, I mean, I like to remind people here, which I will remind you, it's not just that you're coming to a space, right? You are part of what makes it that.
that's true too. Tara, do you have a scripture?
I do.
Of course.
I always have a scripture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mentioned I mentioned the crafts, I mentioned how reading books. Are there other things that you guys do?
Brings me a little bit of joy, even though I don't do it well, is that, and I think we've mentioned this before, is that I paint. In my quiet time, I paint. It relaxes me and it brings me a sense of joy. And I try to bring other people in on it. They don't always want to do it, but like my son, hey, Jordan, let's paint. And he's like, yeah, no. But once in a while I can get him or him and his girlfriend. If she says do it, he'll do it. But yeah, I paint. I just randomly pick a picture, pick a photo, and I paint. And it's relaxing for me and it brings me peace and joy.
Yeah, it's a good outlet too,
It is.
right? What about you, Kim? Anything else that you do that brings you joy or anything in your life that
I'm thinking, I don't know that I have any real creative outlets. I'm really envious of your creative outlets, the crafting and the painting and jewelry making. Occasionally, it's wintertime and everybody's talking about cookies. I'll think, oh, I'm going to make some cookies. And I'll get this idea in my head and it's going to seem fun for me. And inevitably, I am in the middle of it. My counters are a mess and I have lost interest. But now I have to finish it because everything's out. And I'm so. So it starts out like, oh, this is going to bring me joy. And by the end, I'm like, dang, nabbit, why did I say I was going to?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Mm-mm.
But as you're talking about that project, it reminded me, and I don't know why I have to be reminded of it, but I actually do enjoy baking when I want to do it, not necessarily when it's when it's for an occasion or when people want me to do it, but when I want to do it, I have such fun doing that and just being creative with the things that I bake. I I guess all of my things like creativity and things like that. Something else that's super secret from you guys, probably not so much from John and Matthew, but I love to sing and I love to dance. I don't do either one particularly well, but I do it all the time, to the point where even, you know how you go to the store and they're playing music and stuff? I'll start dancing in the store and Matthew be like, Mom, stop. People are watching. We're in public. You got to stop. But I don't care. I have fun. I mean, so music brings me
Music.
joy.
This is one of those moments where I find out how much alike we are.
Were you going to say that you love to sing and also dance?
And I can do well. I somehow in the last 10 years I have lost my ability to dance. I don't know what happened. I could never sing. I wasn't even allowed to hum as a child. It's that bad. That doesn't mean I don't do it. I still do it poorly. But I love to sing. I love music, and I absolutely love to dance. These knees do not understand the assignment anymore. They don't understand. What it is, if you've ever gone out to a club or a party or whatever, I don't dance well in flat shoes.
Huh.
For some reason, I move better when I have on heels. And because I can barely wear heels anymore, I can't dance anymore. Now, y'all make that make sense.
Oh, no,
Do
I totally get it. I feel like dancing is like, yes, I get that dancing feels easier in heels. Same for me, but I don't wear heels at all. So,
Well, my young years, I can move in some heels, honey. As they say, cut a rug.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody cutting nothing no more.
I think because your feet are tilted and your calves are already engaged.
Listen. I don't know what you want to call it. Call it 56. Call it fake knees. Call it sit down somewhere. Your days are over. Just whatever. It just ain't happening. So, but I move different.
Well,
But
I-
yes, I sing and dance. I love my music. So Tara, we should do a karaoke.
Oh, I feel like this will have to be a three-person karaoke. I'm not dancing. I don't even really enjoy dancing for myself anymore, but singing all the time. And I have been shamed by society into, being embarrassed to sing in public because I don't have a great singing voice. But left to my own device. So the thing is, people will notice back to me. I really am singing all the time. I'm like singing a narration through my day. Like often, if you sort of, I spend a lot of time by myself. But if you catch me, you'll just sort of catch me singing. I'll be singing like I have a song for opening the door. I have a song for getting out of the car. I have a song because I spilled coffee on my pants. Everything gets a song. And also, there's some things that I just love singing too. So yesterday in the car, I was listening to that Marvin Gaye album, What's Going On. It is a good, good album. And I am convinced when I sing to that album, man, you want to record me because I believe that
listen,
it's just that good.
listen. I was gonna say join me in the shower because that's where I sound the best. But no, don't do that.
Don't want to join you in the shower. We're going to
Some
pass.
people might, know. But yeah, that's what I sound the best in the shower and also on the stairway going from the kitchen to the basement. I sound so good.
But just that stairway, not all the other ones?
Yes, because it's smaller, more enclosed, and there's a different kind of reverberation. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So right, I'm great in the car. Yes, because it's closed in. But sometimes in the summertime, my windows are open and I dare people to hear me.
Oh,
Y'all,
girl, I know. I put on my K-Love and I started playing the music. And sometimes I feel, honestly, I think I may have mentioned this before, like months ago, but I feel like I sound so good. I put the window down so people can hear me.
Right? Because you want them to get some of this blessing. Girl, I
Right.
hear you.
what?
Yes.
And it doesn't hurt that they have no idea who I am and will never see me again. So there you go.
Well,
The
thank
problem is where I live, people might
you.
recognize me in
Thank
the home.
Enjoy morning. Oh
Oh
God.
my goodness. So, guys, that was fun. Yeah, I think that's a wrap for today.
Good place.
You want to sing it out? Let's sing it out.
No, I'm not singing it out. So I hope that these questions spark some fun conversations. Well, I think it did for us at least. And provide you with the joy in learning something new about the people around us. And as we close, I'll leave you with Jeremiah 33:3, which says, "Call to me and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." Which is a terrific reminder that whether it's with God or with each other, there's always more to uncover, more to learn, and more to connect over. Thank you for tuning in and be sure to check out new episodes every Thursday morning. And don't forget to rate, share, review, subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode.
Find us on Facebook and YouTube at Unfiltered Perspectives. Facebook will have those links for Etsy and to get those journals. Find us on Instagram at Unfiltered Perspectives IG. And always, you can email us at unfilteredperspectives@outlook.com.
Thank you once again for joining us. We hope you find that thing that brings you joy. And we look forward to being with you again this time next week. Take care.
Out.
Bye-bye.